inside of me. You better watch out if your enemy's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets claws real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling this or never getting bored. Loves the blood and gore, always wanting more freedom from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force departed. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you left scars ripped. You'll be chewed up and discarded. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. Adrenaline pressure, it's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's clever, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. He's locked away inside with the key control by fight or flight. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious.
Barking at me forever. What do you want? Do you want the tally?
You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no
when it's small, trying to grab it, not him, is tough. Every time my song comes on, I love it. Oh my god. Nope, it's not salmon. Oh no, that's too far. You're not getting me. I'm just kidding. Alright, I'm holding out of breath now. Marble with the zooms, yeah, sometimes you gotta put him in his place and just be like, alright, fuck this. Except he goes a little bit crazy. I usually do that on the bed, so if he jumps up and does some somersault, he at least lands on something soft. So I don't do it too hard up here. IRL zombie training? Yeah, he did kind of loot me, didn't he? Ugh. TK hoodies hit my Fantasy Cherry Boss was pre-order and ordered my second hoodie with it. Yeah, I specifically said that in the announcement video that if you ordered all the shirts and normal hoodies with that one, they would all ship together because obviously they're not going to ship them separately and charge you more money. I know, Soul. It's just so you know that I look out and think. I'm one of those people that thinks about things that could have impacts beforehand and try to answer questions preemptively, and it's tough. But yeah, so the last update I got with them, now check your email, your purchase email, because I went and had them specifically send an email out when I started getting messages of people wondering with an update. So let's see, when's the last time I talked to them? On the 26th. Oh no, wait, it was a little bit before that. Okay, no, on the 26th they responded saying that they've already been done, they've been completed by a manufacturer, that they're being shipped to them, and that takes about 3 to 4 weeks, But they said 3 weeks, but it's 3 to 4 weeks. And as soon as they have them, they ship them out. So it's like, if that was the 26th and we're not on the 30th, that means they're gonna get the hoodies in about 2 weeks, and then the shipping can be as easy, you know, depending on where you live. It could be like a day, it could be 2 days, it could be 3 days. So you should have them by like latest, I would assume late September or mid-September. But as soon as they get them, they ship quick. You know, it doesn't, you know, our logistical system here in America does pretty good. Considering how large it is, you know, you can ship stuff from California to New York. It usually takes 3 days if you pay the least. You know, so I guess if it's bigger, it can take longer. Yeah, honestly, I was a little, I think I even said it in it, because I was laughing at us in the call. I was like, you know, we're about to release a hoodie mid-summer. And this was like on a day that it was like, the whole month surrounding that day, it was like 100 degrees outside with 100 humidity, where I didn't even like going outside no matter what you were wearing. Yeah, no, it's nice. Yeah, I live right near an Amazon fulfillment center, so I order shit. If it says next day, I get it that day. If I order it like in the morning at night, I get 1 day deliveries on a lot of stuff. Everything I order from Amazon gets there a day or two early, no matter what. Like literally, anytime I like pre-order anything, it'll say it'll get there on it'll be there on Thursday. It'll get here like on Tuesday. This guy's amped up. He loves this tally toy. This is his new one. It's not really a toy. That's why I'm being gentle with it. It's actually just a plushie full of beans, and he is the most gentle dog ever. I've never seen him destroy anything. He doesn't even like chewing on things. He just likes in any way he can interact with you. So hopefully that thing doesn't ever bust open. So if Buddha comes up here, you'll see me run and grab that. It's because I don't want him to get the beans inside of it. Oh man, I went down the funniest goddamn. It was actually kind of sad, to be fair. One of the funniest Twitter rabbit holes. Now I've avoided doing this because Twitter is designed to just bait people. But really, what I do have a lot of fun with is, I mean, now I only really ever, if I do this, it's only about stuff I know a lot about, and it's more just trying to almost a shock of how it seems like a majority of people think one thing and it's totally wrong. And it's usually about the law or something to do with YouTube. One of the two things I kind of know about. And really only the stuff that you learned in textbooks. So the basics of both. But no, I went down a Twitter rabbit hole. I almost want to show you guys the tweet because it's actually a beautifully designed engagement bait tweet that worked on, it didn't really work on me because it was just obviously shockingly stupid. But what really interested me were the replies, and not so much a single reply, but the uniformity of absolutely everyone having the same basic opinion. So I figured it'd be kind of a fun thing to pop it up on here on stream and see what you guys think, you know. But I'll start off with, you have a constitutional right to a lawyer, whether you can afford to pay one or not, which is incredible because we live in a capitalistic society. And there's a very good reason, is that the law is full of technicalities that, unless you've studied it for a very, very long time, in a very grueling procedure, it's only then does it kind of make sense. A lot of it doesn't make sense to a lot of people, and just don't understand it at all. And really, I've never seen it more highlighted better. And then one in criminal law, because I mean that's the smallest, easiest, most simplistic part of the law too, by the way. The small, only 5 to 10% of court cases are criminal. And just how much people don't know about it. Largely because of TV shows, I would think, movies. No, I don't know how to do that impression. That was the other guy. He was the one that was really good at it. I have not been watching this season of, I just started watching Hulu. I think that's what it's on. And it's only because of Alien Earth. You guys gotta see this guy. He's going hard. Trying not to rip this thing. So if that's what it's on, I've just now gotten into it. But here, you guys gotta see this tweet. It's a beautiful tweet. Alright, stream. Why isn't my game capture working? Oh, I still have it set on poker stuff. Alright, there. Display capture. Alright, so this is the tweet. A woman goes viral for choosing 20 days in jail over 2 years of probation. Now, first, we should start this off by asking you guys. If you guys got given the choice, like let's say, it's obviously a misdemeanor because 20 days in jail is so small. It's almost like a contempt of court goddamn charge. But it's obviously a misdemeanor because, one, it's 20 days. Felonies are usually punishable by a year or more in jail or prison, technically. But it's obviously a pretty minor charge. And obviously you can see my reply right down there, and this is what triggered everyone's replies. And it was because I only really wrote this reply because everybody else seemed to agree. I'll give you what most of the people said on Twitter is they would take the 20 days in jail over the 2 years in probation. Everybody. They're like, fuck that. Why would you spend 2 years under their thumb when you could just do 20 days in jail? What, the third option, just run? And the reason why that's like dumb, like I'll get into, but the outcomes of those two decisions are wildly different. And why I say that because most of the people that said that they would just take the 20 days in jail is because they said the end result is the same. Like that, no matter what you choose, you're still going to have a conviction on your record, and you're still all the negative things of going to jail. You get the same things doing the probation, or the 2 years of probation, which is extremely untrue. Extremely. 90% of the replies to this tweet picked the 20 days in jail and said that there's no difference. You might as well get it over quickly, which is insanely incorrect. Now, this is. Like, you really do have to have just a broad understanding of one basic criminal procedure. You really don't even have to know what state she's in, what law applies, what crime she committed. All that doesn't really actually matter, and I'll explain why. But to choose 20 days in jail over taking 2 years probation, very big emphasis on the word choose, is extremely stupid. Like wildly dumb. So dumb that I said this is obviously a bait tweet, or I would think it is. I'm not 100% sure, but it seems very much like a bait tweet because there's no person on this planet that would be stupid enough if they understood the options, which I'm sure both her lawyer and the judge described in great detail, that anybody would ever choose the 20 days in jail. And that's why I say it's a bait tweet, because everyone's going to want to say the 20 days versus 2 years. But there's actually quite a lot of the situation implied, given that the tweet's only woman goes viral for choosing 20 days in jail over 2 years of probation. There is an extreme amount, and you can pinpoint exactly where she is in the legal process simply by that tweet. All right. It's a funny scene. Want to be a bird? Oh, you guys just talk about the video. You guys don't even care about this. It's a very interesting little Twitter rabbit hole. Probation. I mean, if you're beyond a good probation, you usually get left off early. In my experience, you do get a dope mugshot. Yeah. Well, technically, you get the mugshot either way because she's already been arrested. But yeah, it was a very interesting little Twitter rabbit hole because people replied to me, misstating almost everything they said, and it was a very obviously incorrect. Just do the 20 days, bro. And then calling me stupid for pointing out that what the actual part of this is. And I'm not gonna really show their tweets. I don't want to send hate their way. And it just happens. So I don't want you guys. I mean, I guess you can still go there and look, but that's not kind of the point. More, I just wanted to have a discussion of. It's kind of interesting how much you can know about a situation by what's so little versus how much people don't know. And then the overwhelming consensus was just do the 20 days. Now I'm telling you that 100% of the time that you take the 2 years of probation, unless you don't care about ever working, don't care about, you're fully dependent on somebody else. Like it won't have any impact on your life having anyone else's, I guess, view of you change. So like if you're a rapper or a musician or someone that's self-employed, yeah, I guess taking the 20 days in jail, you probably wouldn't care, especially if you were rich, and only if you're rich, because being convicted can hurt your lending opportunities, which almost everyone, even rich people, use. Even the wealthiest people in the world borrow money. But all right, so obviously the overwhelming point was 20 days in jail. Now, where we can decide this, and which a lot of people didn't know, and it seems to be kind of the crux of what people didn't know, and I'll go off into their little tail arguments as well, is that if you were given a choice at all on your, I guess, punishment during a legal proceeding, like if the judge is saying to you, or the lawyer is going to you, or even the DA is going to you, here's your choice. One, you have not been convicted. So everyone already there, like, she's already been convicted. Her punishment choice is probation or the 2 years in jail. That's incorrect. She has not been convicted at the time she was given that choice, because you do not get a choice in your punishment once you've been convicted. And then so many people called me dumb for that, and I was like, all right, find me a criminal case that after the trial is done, the jury's announced their verdict, and the judges handed down or said basically that you've been found guilty, blah, blah, blah. And then when it comes to sentencing, find me one case where the defendant's even allowed to speak. They're not. After that, when it gets to that point in the court case, the talking point is done. You are there to listen to the judge only. You've had every opportunity to speak on every possible thing beforehand. When it comes to sentencing, you just listen and accept, and then walk out of the prison or walk out of the courtroom in the back or the front. That is it. You're not allowed to speak whatsoever. So I had a really hard time telling people that if she had a choice, she's not actually been convicted yet. Not a lot of people want to accept that. And then I even put sources in. I was fine. I would just type it in, and it would just go to LexisNexis or whatever and spit out a result. It actually showed them that you do not get a choice in your conviction post-conviction. You don't get a choice in your punishment after you've been convicted. You just don't. There's sentencing guidelines that vary to state, but the criminal procedure that decides that is guaranteed by your Fourth Amendment due process rights, and they're the same in all 50 states. So no one wanted to accept that part, it's kind of basic criminal procedure. You don't get given a choice in your punishment after you've been convicted. So the obvious, I guess, takeaway, and a lot of people said I inserted this into the argument, but the only way that you get a choice in your prosecution or your punishment at all is if it's a part of a plea deal, which is usually in a misdemeanor point of view, because obviously she's only the 20 days in jail. It's like that's very obviously a misdemeanor charge. Is a deferred prosecution, or in some states they call it an adjudicated prosecution. Now, I've actually had one of these, so ignore the fact that I'm a lawyer and I've been to law and graduated law school. I've actually had, I think, 2 of these. One from when before I was 18 and one afterwards. And so that's pretty much the only time you ever get given a choice. And the reason you get given a choice is you can either take the 20 days in jail, which is a formal conviction, just the normal, it's the normal punishment for whatever you did, or what they do is what's called a deferred prosecution or adjudicated prosecution, where you agree to abide by some set of terms, and then they'll drop or dismiss the thing, and no formal, conviction will ever be levied on you. So obviously you take that. And they were saying, like, you get in trouble when you're on probation, you're screwed anyway, so you might as well go to jail. And then again, I would reply, well, if you had a conviction and got in trouble again, you're now what's called a repeat offender. Every state's got different laws for it, but it generally punishes you if you get caught again. The second crime definitely punishes you probably a little bit more than the first, but really it's your third strike. That's when you just get hardcore jail time. But either way, the fact that she's been given a choice, we know that that's not true. Because, so she's either on her first or second time here. But if you do the probation and get caught, again, one, you do face the new charges. So that part they are right. It is kind of the same there. But you also have to go and do your original sentence because you violated your probation decree, which is contempt of court. So basically your deferred prosecution, violating that, or your adjudicated prosecution is contempt of court, and the judge just sentences you to carry out the original sentence. Now, everything I just said is basic crim law. They teach to 1L students fresh out of college and walking into law school. It's actually extremely simple, Corbin. So if you go through all these arguments, I mean, the fact it's just an incredible dive into like how much people don't know about the law. Because then at one point he was like, every law is different, and nowhere you can't just assume that it was this. You can't assume that it was a deferred prosecution. You can't assume, and you very validly can. because the criminal procedure in all 50 states is guaranteed by the Fourth Amendment due process rights and is the same and has all been adopted. The federal code has been adopted by all 50 states for criminal procedure. Now, criminal law, that's the reason why there's 2 different classes in law school for that, and they teach you procedure first. That's all the same, and is largely carried over from England. But he was like, oh, you're trying to make it about something else. I'm like, no, you're saying the state laws dictate the difference between what is and isn't probation in this specific instance. Well, we're not even talking about that. We're talking about the procedure of whether she was given a choice or not. when it can only happen via deferred or adjudicated prosecution. And that's the same all across all 50 states, and they just kept insulting me. The amount of times I got called dumb in this little Twitter wormhole while the other people being wildly incorrect, it was just, that's why I said it was funny, but at some point it was just sad. Now, luckily, everyone's, would have a lawyer and a judge explaining that choosing the 20 days in jail is a very stupid choice. And I've actually seen TikToks of them doing that when the guy was trying to be smart and take that. And you could tell they just didn't care about their lives whatsoever. So, but, no one would actually take that. You big dummy, I know. And it was the one time where it was just like, I don't know a whole lot about a lot of things, but that, basic criminal procedure, I do, because I took a very grueling course in one of the most hardcore educational atmospheres on the planet about this thing, and they really drill it into you. And then at one point, he was you're arguing technicalities. I'm like, bro. And his whole thing, he just kept repeating, 2 years probation, conviction. 20 days in jail, conviction. It's the same thing. And I'm like, it quite literally isn't. Because you don't get convicted if you do the 2 years probation. Now, you can obviously get convicted and later receive probation, to get out of jail earlier. They can reduce your sentence on the condition that you go to probation, but that he doesn't understand that, obviously, for the procedure. And the whole time he's like, you just want to be right. You don't know what you're talking about, so you're moving the goalposts and all this stuff. I'm just like, the amount of projection. Like, everything he's saying about me is, like, quite visibly evident that he is. And it's not even scholar shit. Like, you don't even have to go to law school to know what I'm talking about. I mean, then I started after I tried to explain it to them with sources and, very simple stuff, very simple language, I just started asking them funny questions. Like, all right, if that's true, if you can make it a choice in your punishment after you've been convicted. So you've already been convicted and they're giving you a choice. Like, link me a case or show me, even in a TV show, where the guy got convicted and they're pronouncing sentencing to the fucking judge go to the defendant who just lost and has been convicted, mind you. Hey, what would you like as your punishment? 20 days in jail or 2 years probation. That has never happened in the history of man. That happens beforehand, not afterwards. If you made them go through a court case, they're gonna decide if you're guilty or not, and the judge's gonna hand down the sentence. You're not gonna be able to speak. Your chance to speak is over, is well over. After closing arguments, actually after you didn't take the stand, unless you're representing yourself, after closing arguments, you do not hear from the people, unless it's over technicalities, random procedural questions and things like that. But you do not hear from them ever again. You're not allowed to speak after that. It's very, very rigid. You'll see a lot of TikToks of people talking out of turn, and the judge finds them for contempt, puts them in jail. It's because you have very specific chances to speak. It's a very particular system set up. So yeah, no, it was really funny. It was a little wormhole that I wasted an hour thinking that I could, at least have an impact on a few people. But the more I proved them wrong, and the more and I was very gentle. It wasn't like I was calling them dumb or insulting them. I was just like, nope, incorrect. This is actually it. And it was very basic stuff, very easy to understand. And they still wouldn't understand it when I'd explain it in different segments, because they would try to change the argument every time. And then at the very end, I'd have to summarize like I was writing an essay. And they would just be like, nope, you're dumb. You're an idiot. You don't understand the law. And I'm just like, oh my God. Over something so simple as not understanding that if you get a choice in punishment, that it's a part of a plea deal or deferred prosecution and then I didn't even say, now I usually don't say it because it doesn't matter that my qualifications, but I almost want to be like, this is coming from a guy with 2 deferred prosecutions and a law degree, by the way. And this is a very basic question. Maybe you should understand that, your feelings might not be as reliable, but, I didn't do that. I didn't say it at all. I was just told them what the answer was and just kind of sat back and watch them, you know, and then of course a couple of them just ended up playing the race card. They're like, you're just white, and I'm just like, Chinese. And then they would write Chinese equals white. And I was like, all right, these are the people that I'm arguing with, and I was like, all right, I need to move on. But still, a very interesting look into, like, you know, of why certain laws exist. You know, you obviously, you don't want that to, even though obviously no one understood it, you know, due process, you want the process of you being tried and the procedures of which of criminal law to be the same across all 50 states. And then obviously everyone agrees because that's the same. And that you're always guaranteed a lawyer, because that's how wrong people are about the law. They have like no clue about it and think they're 100,000% right, that they will argue with a lawyer or someone who studied the law. And that's why you're allowed a lawyer, even if you can afford it or not, because there are some things that are so extremely basic once you understand the system and how it works, versus having no clue and the only thing you've seen is some TV shows. Or you had a friend or a buddy that went through it who probably wasn't paying attention. Because I don't know if you've ever seen a live court case, especially a live criminal court case, that rarely happens. But if you ever even read through one or just saw one, like the parts that you see that are interesting are like 2% of it. Most of it is just yammering on. Like the judge at random parts will just talk for 30 minutes explaining something to the defendant so he'll understand it. And the defendant, you see it every time, it's glazed over them. Like it is so unbelievably boring to them that they're not paying attention at all. At all. I've sat through a couple of those things, and it was boring from a lawyer. Now, I hated criminal law. I thought it was the most basic, boring, out of touch. Still comes down to just what people think bullshit ever. So I stuck with tax law and corporate law, commercial law, liabilities. I stuck with a very specific part of law. My favorite part was securities. Yeah. Secured transactions was my favorite law class. Commercial paper, things like that. But, you know, they're extremely boring. The amount of times the lawyers go back pointlessly. Now, some of it's funny because, you know, like if you ever go watch the Cardi B clips of her responding to the plaintiff's lawyer, oh, it's the funniest shit ever. And that's what the shit they don't teach in law school. Is she schooled that lawyer while really having no clue of the situation whatsoever, but she just knows people. I don't know, she just did a fantastic job. She was either coached extremely well or she's telling the truth. And yeah, it's incredible how much she just dismantles, destroys, in plain English, not even the bad English, just destroys them. And it's so good. It's so beautiful. It wasn't as good, like the Johnny Depp case when he was destroying that other lawyer. That was funny, but he's a trained actor, relatively intelligent, and can speak. His whole job, his whole life was to speak. So you can't, that's different. You expected him to do well. But Cardi B got up there and it's like, it was just brilliant. Brilliant. Not saying that she isn't also smart and all that other stuff, but I mean, come on. She played a very different role. Johnny Depp appeared smart and intelligent. She appeared innocent. You know what I mean? And you can't teach that. And there's a very big difference because, you know, Johnny Depp appeared smart but not innocent. Like innocent of 95% of what they're saying, but you know they were both arguing and beating up on each other. I mean, this is part of it. But there's a difference. Now, celebrities do get away with it a little bit more than not, but yeah. Interesting little rabbit hole. Sorry, I just wanted to sit here. That's why I put my title Yapping. Because I knew I was going to sit here and just yap. Because I thought it was so interesting. Because every time I was like, these people would write something dumb to me, I'm like, I shouldn't reply to this. Like, this is so stupid. But I was like, how about if I just state it in very basic reasons of why what you're saying isn't true. And, you know, the very basic summation of what is true. And on basic court procedure, by the way, this isn't a political opinion or an argument over a law or any of that stuff. Just basic procedure. You know, right, left turn signal before you change lanes. That kind of shit. They want to argue over the laws of traffic, but the procedures in all 50 states are, you know, to change lanes, you got to put on a signal. And it was like that basic kind of argument. But they didn't get that. Everyone was like, she wasn't stupid. She was smart for choosing the conviction instead of the slap on the wrist. And I was just like, you know, come on. One's not going to matter at all to your future whatsoever. And one's a conviction and jail time. It's going to like wildly impact your life. And the fact that people thought the right decision, not only just to be funny, but just because they thought it was smarter, was to take the 20 days in jail like it was some kind of system hack. I was just like, beautifully crafted Twitter bait. Just to bait all the morons into being like, yeah, she's smart. No, I saw the sidekick, Big Smoke. He's working tonight. So his clubs, apparently, he was telling me it's been popping off. So good shit, Weapon. You know, love to hear your friends are taking care of business and doing good shit. Always like to hear about that. And then I think Irish's girlfriend. He's apparently been whipped officially. His girlfriend's moving in with him, so he was helping her move and do all this stuff. But we've lost probably about 50% of Irish. Maybe, at least for the first few months. You gotta guess. Loud True, yeah, I know. We're gonna get this. Last time I barely didn't do it, and there was a couple things I didn't do. I didn't use my Idolize. Captain Spanky, thanks for the sub. I didn't use my Aether mode thing. I was just panicking and got fucking tapped up. Why am I? There we go. Oh, I'll scroll down. All right, let's switch. No more of this. No more yapping. Let's just get the game. They don't want to hear me talk about bullshit. But it was just an interesting little Twitter thing. If you want to read through my replies on there, they're pretty funny. People eventually that were following me, like, dude, you know, I mean, they're like, you are just, and they would reply to me, like with gifs of beating a dead horse, and I was like, I mean, I know you're talking about me. But it's so funny that it's like so true against you that you keep hearing a very logical explanation of something and just denying it because of your feelings. Oh my god, what is this, Captain Spanky? I don't know, dude. You should see some of the names that come into here. It's the internet. Oh shit. Did I just replay it by accident? I think I did. But yeah, no. Definitely interesting. Nah, none of y'all found any of that interesting. I basically just broke down basic criminal procedure that anybody would know if you've ever been arrested for like a misdemeanor. For any, I mean, you just kind of know. And it was also just funny how many people thought that after you get convicted and then during sentencing, the judge would go ask you your opinion on what punishment you should get. Like if that ever would be a thing. Like, yeah, everyone that replies that basically think that's true. And it's fun. It's kind of funny. Stupid people are hilarious. Yeah, I don't like to say that, but stupid people are hilarious. And they're not. And it's, I even qualify that statement because it's not fun to just laugh at someone that is, you know, dumb, obviously. But the stupid people are funny not because they are stupid. It's because they don't know they're stupid. That's why it's funny. Someone acting like an idiot, to me, I'm a little older, so I don't think that's very funny. But someone that's acting like an idiot while professing that they are not acting like an idiot, that is extremely hilarious. Watch someone, I didn't do, like when they arrested videos, I didn't do anything wrong, while they're being like thrown into the back of a cop car for doing something very obviously wrong. It's just like, oh my God, I could eat that up for days. That is fucking funny. Anyone that's like wildly incorrect while screaming at the top of their lungs that they're correct, I mean, that's the best part. Someone just being dumb, that's not as funny. So I think most people, that's what they think of when they say stupid people are funny, but it really should qualify the statement. It's the stupid people that don't know they're stupid, or actively like announcing that they're not stupid while being stupid. That to me, I never get. That's why I like my own video. I mean, I don't actually physically like my own videos, but I make the kind of content I do because like it's kind of funny. Those are the kind of people I find the funniest online. When they absolutely know nothing about something and are professing they're right and then calling you an idiot for actually knowing the right thing. And I even replied to one of those tweets like, people hate being wrong more than they like knowing the correct information. If that makes sense. They would rather be angry because they're wrong than learn or accept anything new. And it's really funny. The cop cam videos, yeah, the only problem with watching too many of those, because TikTok will just feed them to you because there is an endless supply. And what's really funny is everyone makes it about race in the comments, but it's really not about race. It's about gender. Women getting arrested is funny, period. no matter, they're like, oh, like they'll go into the white Karen that gets arrested. They'll be like, oh, same people. And they'll put all the racist stuff in there that people usually put in the black ones. And then you go to the black ones and it's obviously everyone just making fun of the other person getting arrested. I'm sure a lot of it's racial, but it's not actually about the race. It's just the gender. Men getting arrested isn't nearly as funny as women getting arrested, because men get arrested and get angry at the cop and say and do stupid things with the understanding that they're screwed. Women genuinely think they're completely, and have never been held, like the ones that have this happen to them, I'm not saying all, but generally you can tell it's the first time they've ever been held accountable for absolutely anything in their life. And they genuinely believe in their soul that the cop is wrong. The guys, at least, you can tell in their face they know they're guilty. There's a certain amount of acceptance of just being angry and physical. But the girls do that, but on top of it, call the cop a predator or a weirdo, or that there is somehow cops going to jail when they're actively being put in a cop car. I don't know. Maybe that makes me sexist in some way, but I don't know. I've seen enough of those videos, and the worst part is you'll come to that same realization that people getting arrested videos, it doesn't matter their race. They're fun. They're only funny if they're women. Because no matter what race they are, they both act insane, and it's hilarious. So I didn't go into TikTok comments because that's like going into hell. But I always want to reply, but guys, it's not about race. It's just because they're women. Let's all agree. We can join hands, bring all the races together, and agree that our women collectively getting arrested is wild. And there's an endless supply of those videos. Like you can't, like I watched a whole bunch of those, and then my feed came up, and every now and then I just swipe by them because I'm just shocked at how many we keep coming up with. Like after like 3 years of seeing that, I've burned through all the backlog. These are new videos coming out, and you can tell because the camera quality's gotten better, and they just go on for forever. An endless swipe. It is, I almost like purposely watch stuff that I'm not as interested in or don't even find as entertaining, just so I can not, rue the human race so much. I don't know, just not get so disappointed that these people surround me. All right, one thing we need to change is we have more than enough salvage. Although equipment would be kind of useful because we want to get Casimir grenades. Is there anything else that would be useful? Oh, free fire. All right, I think we got everything set up the way we. All right, you guys ready for this run? No more me talking about what my adventures on the internet off stream. Karens freak out at grocery stores. Oh, that's definitely very much. No, they're both. I see them actually both. Yeah. That's again just Karen, women in public dealing with other people alone is just funny. It's always funny. What's up, corn lips? What'd you do when you got arrested? I have two. Oh, I mean, like, what did I actually get charged with? Okay, I have videos about this, but I got arrested for the first time when I was 16 because I had a bag of weed, and I actually snitched on myself. The cop tricked me. I was a little dumbass 16-year-old kid, and they couldn't find the weed, and they came to us. They got pulled over, and then they came to all of us. There's 3 of us in the car, and they're like, "All right, we know whoever there's. We know." Actually, they came up and said we found the weed, and that if one person doesn't admit it's theirs, they're gonna take all 3 to jail, which is very true. And I knew that to be true because I've heard this before. So I very bravely, and just me being me and not wanting my 2 friends to get in trouble for it, said yes, it was my weed. So they went right back to where I was sitting, dug under the seat, and found that shit. I sat over there and watched them do it. And I was like, damn it, idiot! I'm so dumb, because they hadn't found it yet, because they said they found it, but they didn't show it to us, which they always will. Yeah, I remember they said, yeah, that was dumb. And then the second time I got arrested, technically, now I got pulled over. Really, technically, I didn't go to jail for the second arrest, but I wasn't really technically arrested, but I went to jail later. So I got a ticket for marijuana possession while I was in college. I think I was 18 at the time. And all they did was they found a stem and some like powder, like weed powder. They said was dust in my car in the back seat on the floor. And they didn't even take it. They actually left the stem in the goddamn car and just took pictures of the powder. Now, of course, my court-appointed lawyer went up and was like, how are you going to charge him for this? We can't even test what it is. He's saying it was just a stick, and you don't have the evidence. You have just a picture of it. You have no, we can't test to see if there is marijuana in it. So it got thrown out of court. But before that happened, I didn't go to court because the lawyer was just supposed to show up for me because it was just like procedural stuff, and he didn't show up. So they came and got me and put me in jail overnight for failure to appear. So technically I've been in jail twice, only arrested once. But yeah, it is just because the lawyer didn't show up. Now, had I known what I know now, I'd have filed a bar complaint because I got thrown in jail over it. And he didn't even notify. He just missed court. And this one, the second one wasn't a court-appointed lawyer. That was actually a lawyer we hired because it was so bullshit. We're like, we're not going. I went with a court-appointed the first time, but I was under 16. My dad, we didn't have money like that. And even if he did, you're under 18. You know, it's not real. Most of it just gets expunged when you turn 18 anyway. So especially for some misdemeanor charge. So we just went with the court-appointed. The second one, we actually had a real lawyer. 150 miles per hour and 60. That's a felony, bro. You're a dumbass. That's endangerment. You can go that fast. I mean, I've always drove big ass SUVs, so I don't, but if I ever got one of those cars that could do that, man, I probably would, so I could say shit, but it would be a lot of fun. But yeah, that's why I don't get stuff that does that, because I have a little bit of adrenaline junkie, but I have too much sense to feed it. Over weed is dumb. This was 20 years ago. Over 21 years ago. No, 20 years ago. Exactly 21 years ago. So, yeah. I knew it was illegal. It's part of the fun. I ain't gonna play victim. That shit was fun because it was illegal. Weed was way more fun when it was illegal. I don't care. Now as a grown adult, you know, I don't agree because I have stuff to lose. But as a kid, hell no, that shit was fun just because we weren't supposed to be doing it. Eh. I was one of those kids. Within reason, I wasn't a dumbass. Now all that got expunged, but I still had to disclose it on my law school application.
Remember,
they even wrote, like, tell us everything even if it's been expunged. I was like, God damn it. Can't lie on this application. And then the bar comes back and withdraws my license later because I lied on my bar exam. Or my application. My law school application. But yeah, other than that, it's never affected shit. That's why, again, I was like, when I was arguing with those people on Twitter, I was like, I actually have a deferred prosecution. Alone, not on top of, you know, obviously studying the law. I can tell you there's a wild difference than going to jail and having a conviction than a slap on the wrist, which you can get two of.
Put your backs into it. Our quarry lies beyond the so-called door to nowhere, which I admit does sound barely strange.
Yeah, you don't want to crash a BMW.
Sure as my name's Sir Archibald
Any foreign car gets in a wreck, that shit ain't never coming back unless it's like a Honda.
That transmission emanated from the Obscurus Altilia.
Alright, turn this shit up because I want to know the story, but I know the story now. I almost want to shut these fuckers up.
Well, whoever that was, he sounds like a real buddy fucker.
Plus being Asian helps. Yeah, but I don't look Asian. If anything, actually, you know, being Asian and going to school actually hurts. They came to find out. Like, you have to have higher fucking scores and all this stuff. I almost wanted to go. I need to go yell at my mom for that. Like, all those years you thought it would be a good idea to put Chinese Pacific or Asian and Pacific Islander on all my stuff, and that ended up making it fucking harder for me.
And here's me without my umbrella.
What kind of shit is that? I got reverse racism.
Bonus points.
Do the gold armor. I'm not doing that. No gold armor. Fuck that gold armor. I've only ever attempted to do it once, and it seemed like hell, and you couldn't see. No, we can get this. This Easter egg isn't actually that tough. Now the boss is tough, but I've played it twice now. I kind of understand what I was doing wrong. I got to like the very last 30% of the boss fight fairly easy, because I was just using the staff. Didn't really have to try that hard. And then all of a sudden chaos broke out and I didn't know what to do, and then I died. So I feel like we can handle this. Plus we had a chopped run to get there. I went on like level 28. So chopped.
I must confess, I do not understand.
Oh good, this shuts her up down here. Can't hear you in the cave, sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Do belly? What? Remember to go in the caves. Yeah, so that's what I didn't do last time. Last time I largely ran outside. And the lasers are what really screwed me. The lasers made it tough. I don't know why I'm doing this in here. It's all
Show
dark
some
and you can't
respect
see
for
shit.
your elders.
Yeah, there we go.
Stop, kid.
I want to leave 3 alive. Oh no, I can't even do anything. Oh yeah, I can. No, I don't think I can do shit this early. This is one of those Easter eggs you can't do shit before round 8. And other Easter eggs you can get like half of them done by round 8. The only thing I can do here is like get a free perk. Yeah, because I can't open this door. I can't even get. Yeah, the only thing I can do so far is get a free perk if I wanted. Which I could do, but I don't want to risk my first perk not being jugs. I don't want that one to be lost last if I go down. Round doesn't matter. Worry about being set up right. Yeah, to a degree. But like if you can go in round 24 versus round 30, the difficulty level of not the boss, but the zombies and everything else around it is drastically different. Now, around 28, there's not a whole lot of difference between that and round like 35, granted. But I went in pretty well set up. I had triple pack gun, triple shields, had both my field upgrades. Everything was set up perfect. The only thing I could have used, and I had plenty of salvage to do, is I should have crafted some Casimir grenades or whatever they're called. The purple ones that suck all the people in.
Munchers aren't worth a squeeze of the trigger.
But that, and I just got caught, really. I was panicking at one point when I was in the wrong place and they spawned everything in and I was just surrounded and I just got beat up. Is really what that last thing was. I thought we were going to do a story type game. I did too, but then I wanted to complete all the Easter eggs so I'd have all the clan tags. I don't know why. I'm usually not that type of gamer. But I like zombies and having all the Easter eggs done sounds cool to me. Nerd. And I've done all of them besides technically the Richtofen boss fight and this one. And this is the lamest one too. There's no real boss fight. You shoot at a goddamn mirror looking thing. Oh, thank God that wasn't a bomb. Fuck y'all. Now go left. I have slugs, right? No. Can't even see the fire down there. Yeah, I'm excited for Black Ops 7 zombies. I'm just glad we're getting more zombies. Zombies has been my favorite part of Black Ops 6. They kind of nerfed multiplayer, like, it's fun into the ground. But zombies is still a lot of fun. Yeah, zombies is great. And to be honest, I think Black Ops 6 was a great game. Everything about it is beautiful. You know, there was a couple bugs, but other than that, it was great. My only things are the things I don't like about it are like executive decisions. It has nothing really to do with the game. Like I don't like there being no rematches, hardcore. I mean, I don't care about skill-based matchmaking. I actually think it's a good thing because it helps me make my videos. But I don't like that it took away rematches. And then AI voice chat moderation in a game like Call of Duty is just wild, insane. What are we? We're only around 5. What can I do? Anything? Oh, I guess I could upgrade my rarity. Yeah, I don't play a whole lot of Warzone. I want to get good at Warzone, but then I'll go like hop into some random Twitch streamer's stream and they'll be playing Warzone and I'll watch them be solo in a quads map and just slay an entire lobby and be like, oh, got another win today. And I'm just like, fuck y'all. Like the speed in which they'll jump around and murder entire lobbies. It's just incredible. It was the same thing the same experience I'd have like when I thought I could like 1v1 sniper only one of the COD pros. And then I got like, I don't think I even got a kill. And I was like, all right. Know your role. Know your role, Justin. You're going to make comedy videos. You're never going to be one of those skilled YouTubers. Games that say 18 plus shouldn't have chat moderation. I mean, I get why they wanted to do it, but still. Like, I don't even care. I don't even mind. Like, honestly, my argument with AI chat moderation isn't that I want people to be able to say the terrible things that they're saying, because I don't. But I want them, you know, I don't want people getting banned. My beef with it is the end result, because the lobbies are silent and no one says anything. Everyone stays in Discord. That's what I don't like about it. The actual reasons for AI moderation, I don't really care about those. It's just the end result. You know, I understand them not wanting a bunch of N-words and a bunch of random stuff being put on their multiplayer servers, and people having to hear that while gaming. That makes sense. Anything that ends up with most of your fucking, you know, player base being silent, not good. So I couldn't tell you the answer. I just don't like the result. But that's what I get to be as a customer. That's my right. I get to sit at the finish line and bitch. That's what happens when you take my money. It's true. What do they say? If you're a salesman, or if you sell anything, every hump above ground's your boss. It's true. It's true. Capitalism, baby.
Max ammo.
Alright, I can't. Come on. I want a pack-a-punch gun. I gotta get 3K in this thing. I might pop a double points just so I know I have a pack-a-punch gun going in round 8. Absolutely true. Yeah. But I think that way a lot about a lot of stuff. Like, if people disagree with a lot of shit on Twitter, I avoid them because it's like, it's very nuanced. Like, an opinion is a very nuanced thing. Like saying you don't like AI voice chat moderation, your first thought, oh, he wants everyone to say the N-word, you know, say a bunch of crazy shit all over online, and wants everybody to be toxic and stuff like that. Naturally. That's a natural, I guess and the reason why someone would say that. But no, I just don't want everyone to be muted. And I feel like that's what everyone actually thinks. So it's like you're never gonna win, or never gonna the masses or talk over the devs, because the thing you want, your thing you're against is kind of a good thing. It's the result you don't like. And it's, you know, I find that is often true about just about everything people disagree with.
Somebody tell Carver I
You know,
just
in
won
large
our headshot
aspects.
contest.
Oh, there we go. Perfect.
Double.
Die, bitches. Give me all the points. Am I close to 5K? I am. I got 5K. All right, good. Yeah, give me this. Give me this.
You know, I think I'm winning the arms race.
All right. There's nothing else I can really do. Oh, I forgot about the double points you guys told me about. I have to remember that. Remind me again later, because I'm stupid and I'll forget, that there is a double point right there that I can shoot and get. You guys showed it to me last stream because chat goes down like that. Well, all moderation, I'm gonna have to disagree with you, Brad. All moderation interferes with freedom of speech. You can't be half free. You can't be kind of free. Free is an absolute.
Well, that tops the list of most traumatizing shit I've seen today. All that's left of that crapsack nerd is a stain and half.
So, like, you know, like you say, like America, you say we have freedom. That's technically not in any of that. You're not actually technically allowed that, because you're not allowed to do whatever you want. There's limits. It's called laws. You have the right to the pursuit. That you do have, the right to pursuit.
Fucker.
Life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, all that shit. But
Calling is
speech,
why I wake up in the morning.
you know, although I would technically say that we have pretty close to free speech, but obviously speech that is an actual crime, like fraud or threats, that you can't do that. I don't think anyone's arguing for people to be able to do that. Another thing, people, you know, don't like, they're for the thing, but not the result. You don't want everyone going around giving you threats, tricking people, con artists and stuff, libel, you know.
Max armor.
Which technically could be either or, because it's written or spoken. It's both speech. All right, now I can do this. Get jugs. I can go get a free perk too if I wanted. Now we can go do both staff parts.
If you kick me in the
and then
balls
try to
right
do the
now,
staff on round 8,
I
although
wouldn't even feel it.
doing the staff on round 8 is tough. How come I don't have dual thing? Oh, it's charged up yet. We are not free. Yeah, no. We are but I will say we are the freest country on the planet. You might not you don't want to have absolute freedom. Absolute freedom is something called anarchy. You don't want that. A mutually agreed upon freedom. That sounds pretty cool to me. With consequences means it's not freedom of speech. Makes it with a cost. Well, no. I disagree there too. I mean I agree that every speech comes with a cost, but that is not speech. That is called the accountability. That is the effects of your speech. Like, so a reason why you separate the two is a famous quote from The Big Lebowski. The Supreme Court has roundly rejected prior restraint. Prior restraint is an actual legalese. It means that you can't stop someone from doing a thing before they do it. Kind of like, you ever seen the Minority Report, that movie? They stopped murder before they happened? Nope. They're never going to do that. You know, they'll charge you with attempted murder or some shit like that. You know, that's actually a bad example. With speech, you know, basically with speech, you know, it's actually just speech. I don't know why I'm trying to use a murder example. But speech, they're not going to stop you from doing the speech. They're going to let you do it, so you do have freedom of speech in that sense. But if you break the law while doing it, then you will be held accountable. It's freedom of speech, not freedom of consequences. There's a difference. Very, very big difference. Everyone's allowed to say and do whatever they technically want. But the consequences of which, well, there's nothing free about that. Well, technically it is free. They're not going to make you pay. Oh, no, they'll fine you. Technically, it's not free at all. Did you know that we work more peasants in the medieval times? They only worked 180 days out of the year. Yeah, but they were peasants and got paid nothing and live in poverty. Wouldn't you rather work? What do you get? 2 weeks paid vacation off a year and weekends? How much does that equal? Like, was that like 200 days out of the year? Someone look that up. That's easily a Googleable thing. Outside of holidays, 2 weeks paid vacation and weekends, how many days out of the year are you working? I'd rather work that much and get paid for it. I'd rather get money. Times were simpler. I don't know about simple. I've thought about that because I'm trying to write books about that take places in different time periods. You watch Game of Thrones? No, that shit's simple. You know, and it's based off that. I think times, you know, simpler times is a joke. I think things have always been as complicated, if not more so, back in the day than they are today. And I'll stretch that even to the Middle Ages. I don't think there's nothing simple about being a subject and being, you know, when prima nocta and shit. Like, I don't know. That doesn't sound very simple to me. We're in simpler times. It sounded way more complicated than what we have now. You really think about it. I'm just spouting off my genuine feelings, but I thought about it after I said it in my little head real fast, and no, that makes a lot of sense. I've never actually thought that before. Too much. Outside of trying to make things be very complicated with very minimal. Like, trying to focus on characters is really hard when you're a giant nerd and all you want to do is lore building and world building. And when it comes to like characters, you almost want them to be simple. Complicated characters are hard to be interesting. Like, when someone's constantly changing all the time, how boring is that? You know, it's better when they have a code and then things change. Either they break it or they don't, basically move on, but the feeling behind the code stays the same. So when you're developing characters for, like, you know, fiction works, that I have thought about quite a lot. I'm probably going way too deep into it when I'm trying to write this book. Okay, no, is that the right one? Kind of hard to see. I'm kind of blind. That's 8. So that's 7, 8. Talking and counting Roman numerals that are very small while getting your fucking ass beat by two douchebags. Kind of tough. Nice contribution there, Chicken Taser or whatever. Balls in my mouth. Good shit. We're out here having theological debates, physiological, you know, philosophical. You know. Oh no! If I leave this, it's over. Fuck. Okay, it didn't break.
Well,
oh, it did.
That's progress for you.
I'm not sure if I just broke it or not. I did. Oh no, I just got the zombies that respawn. Alright, never mind. Hope I didn't just break it. I didn't mean to move around for it. It didn't matter much. I was talking. Started stuttering and fucked up my Easter egg run. Fuck out of here, bitch.
2 heads and still too dumb to live.
I hope it doesn't skip around. If it goes to round 10 after this, I'm gonna be pissed. But I don't think it does.
Max.
I'm surprised it's still going. Because I did step outside of it. You would think it would instantly shut off. Damn it. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. I had to waste 1,000 on that. It sucks. Where are you? Usually I try to do that with one mag, but I was wasting ammo. Maybe I should have gone around doing this. Oh, actually getting headshots anyway. Wait, you're writing a book? I mean, no, not really. Right now it's all like planning. I haven't actually written anything. But I've done a lot of character building, world building, lore building. But when I got down to actually starting the book, I was like, alright, now I need to develop characters. And then I got, you know, now I'm working on developing characters. Because to me, my favorite stories and books are the ones that like go over, like Game of Thrones are like 6 seasons. How many books? Harry Potter had how many books? 6 or 7? Like I like all the Lord of the Rings, all the stories I like are very long. And my favorite ones were the thing that remained true, and the first thing is kind of like they all tied together. So I'm trying to write this giant story in my, you know, plan it out, and then start writing the book so that everything will fit. Eventually, when I tell the whole story, because the thing I'm like setting up, the world I'm building, it's going to take more than one book to do. It's more than one story inside of this like world. But the thing I want to remain true, the main thing. Don't get me started. Actually, I don't want to do it. One time I yapped Teddy's ear off in the car for like 2 hours about it.
Ray said that thinning a herd is good for the planet.
No, I don't want to do it.
Science.
Thought you already did this Easter egg. I have not completed it. This is the only one, technically, that I have not completed. We're just trying to get the zombie count down. And then we're going to get the other half of this dumbass staff. Problem is, I don't want to run out of ammo in the middle of it again. I have a max ammo. I might have to use it. But I'm not spending another 1,000 on ammo this early on. I guess it probably doesn't really matter that much. But when you have 3, oh, I guess it's 4 is the magic number. They stay slow at one point. It's like 4 or 5 zombies and they don't run at you. So is like a fantasy taking place during a time period? Yeah, it's happening in like a Game of Thrones style time period. Before, I would say like when I'm really thinking about it, it's happening before gunpowder. Before that. And that's how I like to describe a Game of Thrones. Is it's before gunpowder. Because gunpowder changes everything. Explosives in general change everything. Absolutely everything. Swords don't matter when you have gunpowder, and I wanted swords in my book, so it's before gunpowder, is how I would describe it. But it's more like a hobby. It's actually just something I work on when I'm falling asleep every night. I just think about it before I go to bed, and then I have a giant whiteboard that when I have a good idea, I wake up the next day and write it down. But I haven't written anything down, but I have planned out like almost thoroughly the first like 5 or 6 chapters. And then the problem is, the thing I've ran into is writing such a large story and wanting it to kind of start in the middle, kind of like how Game of Thrones and most great stories and books and movies series always kind of happen. They kind of start in the middle, but they also avoid a bunch of flashbacks, because that's just like the lowest form of writing, like putting in a bunch of damn flashbacks all the time to explain your characters. It's just like, I mean, it's cool every once in a while, but all the time, and I'm like, that's what I got struggled with, how to like go forward from the story without wanting some things to be understood without showing it, like force feeding the viewer or the reader the past. So that's what I got stuck on. Not stuck on, just what. Come on, hit the damn thing.
Another bone brain.
Goddamn shotguns,
Hope
so
no one was
goddamn
looking.
annoying. Fucking annoying. Does this reset right away? Good. Where's 4? What did I shoot wrong? 1, 2, 3. This is 4. I'm about to kill the 1 and keep the crawler, but I need them. I don't think the crawler disappears and gets saved. So annoying. God, I hate flashbacks. Just like Arrow. Do they have magical powers? No, not technically. Now, I don't want to give too much away, but it does I kind of liked how Marvel attempted to deal with magic with making it more about science. So I know, but like trying to do that in a period where they don't use any scientific terms or have any scientific understanding, but having those ideas still kind of come across has also been a fun challenge. So yes, there's magic, but there's not really magical powers. It's not like Harry Potter when they just like they cast a spell. But kinda. Different way of thinking about that, kinda. Actually, you know, what is it? Who said it? We'll see. What's that? I just heard it in a goddamn in Alien Earth. There's some old author that he quotes. And he goes, at a certain point, technology will get so good that it'll be indistinguishable from magic. I thought that was a cool saying. I'm actually thoroughly liking the Alien Earth series. If you guys aren't on that show yet, you should. It's fucking fantastic. But see how it's not round 10? That's why I ran over here, is that if you're zombies from that round that you're saving, if you go far enough away from them when this starts, it saves them for you. And you'll get them back at the end of the round opposed to starting a new round. Little tip and tricks. It's actually so good. Alien, it's so good. Very rarely does a show just come out and I'm just like, killing it. Perfect. 10 out of 10. Everything's amazing. Very rarely does that happen. Oh, shit. I knew this was going to happen. Come on, there we go.
It's supposed to taste like formaldehyde.
I know that's kind of a waste of that gobble gum, but I got a bunch of them and I can always just get more. Hey, you're still not dead? Oh, they spawned in 2 of them? I knew I was going to run out of ammo halfway through that shit. I've played this damn game too much. If it's technically not cheating and legal, then they gotta pay, right? Skill issue? Does a casino have the right to refuse to pay someone if they can count cards? How do they know? Well, alright, so I haven't studied gaming law a whole lot, but there is a whole body of law of it. It is very interesting. I don't think that once the bet's been placed and they've been allowed to put that wager, because every wager is a contract basically, that they're allowed to not pay them. But after they pay them, or before they pay them, or before the bet, they can refuse service just like any other private business. Anybody can refuse service to just about anything within reasons. Like there's a few things, you know, with the commerce power of the Constitution, like you're not allowed to do it on rates and things like that, because that affects business between the states. And that's the only reason why. Funny enough, that's where that comes from. Interesting little tidbit of the law. That's how it changed so long ago. It wasn't like, yeah, no way. That's another conversation. But yeah. So and they can refuse service, but once you've actually placed the bet, I'm not sure they can refuse to pay you. I don't think I've ever even seen that happen either. Most of the times you see like Dana White and those other extreme guys that are just insanely good at gambling. Most of the time you see those guys, it's after they've already won or right before they place a bet, not during the hand. They want them to leave afterwards. Like, you can keep the money, but we're asking you to leave. I've seen them do that to people all the time, which is fair. It's a private business. If someone's kicking your ass, you can tell them to fuck off. Bro, tell me you're a casino owner and that you don't do that, and I'll laugh in your face. Any business owner, I'll laugh in your face. Now, they have the full right to complain and give you the bad press of, hey, they kicked me out of this goddamn casino for winning. They're allowed to do that too. You know, that's part of it. So you as a business got to weigh that press versus weigh that's impact on future business versus how much you stand to lose from telling this guy to go away. I probably shouldn't. Oh, all right, I remembered. For a second there, I was like, I remembered that doing this early was dumb because the perks are cheap. But then I remembered that I am over here to buy. Oh no, I don't have enough for it. Oh, maybe if no, I won't get 500 out of those 2 zombies. I kind of screwed this up. I was meant to buy this and then get the perk. Oh well.
Random perk.
And it's melee macchiato, the thing I don't need. That's crazy. I don't need that perk at all. That's so bad. Even if I hit double points, I don't think I would have gotten it. Stupid. I screwed that up. I wanted speed reload because you got to have speed reload before you do this step. It's just too impossible otherwise. Because you're trying to shoot people off, you know, because you gotta protect the staff. Shooting people off that shit while reloading,
nothing happening
impossible.
between your ears.
Impossible. You're running on slot machines, they will even say it's a glitch and not give you your money. I have seen it. Oh, I don't know about slot machines. That's probably different because they're third parties. They might have the right to do some shit like that and just turn off the machine. I don't know the law of that. Because you're not using chips. A lot of the very little I know about gaming law is from hearing a friend of mine who's studying gaming law in law school spout off some interesting things about checks and why they call them checks instead of chips. Technically, it's because a check is a contract and a chip is a contract. So, you know, it's interesting. But I don't know about slot machines. That's some other shit.
Sorry, no group discounts.
But see, I'll admit when I don't know shit when I do. I can give you a guess. But that's about it. But then again, sometimes machines do just glitch. And I bet if that person took them to court over some shit like that, which they might have. If they can go show some computer, I mean, it might be bullshit, granted, but give you some computer-generated data that shows there was actual glitch, which everything in computers and any kind of electronic is thoroughly goddamn tracked. I mean, is it right that you should win? I mean, it's the same thing in you know what I would compare it to? An ATM. You go put in your card, you ask for $20, and it spits out 100. And then later, that bank could come back and be like, hey, we want that $80. And they're illegally allowed to get it. It's not your property. And they have done that before. When people got a bunch of money accidentally from their bank and they had to give it back and then went to jail time if they couldn't sometimes. Because they went out and quickly spent it. Or something, I mean not jail time, but something like that. That has happened. That's 100% a real thing. All right, I got to lock in. Because this is the toughest part of this Easter egg is doing this part right here. I got 2 Aether Shrouds. Now, let me go upgrade my gun. Let's go get a blue gun. Because this is actually the toughest part of this Easter egg run. And I'll complete it because I will die. You know, because I have a self-revive and I can shoot while I'm down. And I can complete the I'll complete the step, but I don't want to lose my self-revive. That's 2,500 scrap. Although you get so much of it it's just a risk not having it. Like you get so much salvage in doing this run that you don't ever really need it. You'll have more than you'll ever need. The bank thing is true too. Yeah, I mean, that's what I would compare it to. But that's a guess. Cosdoof. Someone hit a jackpot and they said it was a glitch and didn't pay them out. I mean, if the guy just said okay and didn't fight it and walked out of the casino, I mean, that's that. I mean, yeah, that's that. I would have fucking made I would have made a fuss. Boy, I would have been kicking and screaming, and then I would have sued. I guarantee I'd have got something out of them bitches. I'd have got something. Free towels, comp fucking, a free stay. I'd have got something, 100%. There's no way they're getting me out of there smiling without something being comped. So this is tough. See, the problem is I don't think me being in Aether mode actually changes anything.
Throwing incendiary. All aboard Weaver's Death Express.
See, last time it went so fast. This time it's taking so long. Even the round changed. Oh, I survived though. See, doing that on a die, if you ever wanted a little tip and trick.
Let's freeze those fuckers into oblivion.
Oh, see, it even skipped a round. I would do that on a dog round. I would 100% do that on a dog round. Because that's just insane.
You lose.
Do that on a dog round. Never do that on a normal round. That is the hardest part of this Easter egg. That's harder than the boss fight. Or is on par with the boss fight. Or the universe where everyone sings. Oh, you don't talk about Star Wars. Don't talk about new Star Wars. You want to talk about old Star Wars? We can talk about that all day in this chat, and I'll be as happy as can be. You start bringing up the planet where they can only sing, and I'm gonna get triggered and start bitching and be negative. And you don't want that. I've already spent a good amount of time on Twitter being that already today. I don't need more of that energy. Nope. Nope. Alright, let's go get plates. Now, no, that was the only thing I didn't do this time that we learned the last time. I should have waited to do this time. Is I shouldn't have got that other dumb perk. I should have come and got shields. Not having one plate doing that charge up thing isn't stupid. You need to have 2 plates to do that part of the Easter egg. But luckily, the rest of this Easter egg, simple as pie, easy as can be. Like, besides this one part, but we've learned a trick with the damn thing, this thing that makes it just simple, no nonsense, super easy. Now, I think I have a dog round after this. I might just use the ice staff. I don't want to buy ammo anymore. I'm sick of buying ammo. Is this a full round? I could get a double points and make it worth it. Did I kill any? No, I killed a bunch of zombies already this round. I don't want to pop the double points unless it's a full round. I don't want to kill all of them because I got to go do the light thing. Freeze, minions! Bitch! Alright, there we go. Alright, let's go do the light thing. I think that's what's next, right? Lighting up the lanterns, 3 in 10 seconds. Is that the next step? Pretty sure that's the next step. What lies beyond the observable universe? I don't know. Anything that's expanding, everything that's expanding faster than the speed of light. There's your answer. Because you can only observe what light touches, and the universe is expanding faster than light. Technically. So, I would say... That's what I would say. Oh, so it's here. And then the last one's there. Okay, this is doable. A little different than the other run. Way different than the other run, actually. Dude, this one a lot quicker.
Extinguish the flames, froze the crystals.
Yeah.
So, where does that jolly well
Now we do the
leave us?
symbols, right?
Well, at least we won't be embarrassed if we screw up.
Nah, we'll be a little embarrassed. This is like the 3rd time I played this Easter egg. I kind of want to beat it, get it over with. You know, I want to be able to say I've beaten all the zombie maps on Black Ops 6. I deserve that. I want to be that guy. My life is simple like that. Alright, so that's the hourglass. You guys gotta help me remember the symbols. Last time we screwed it up and it cost me my self-revive. Is this one of them? No. Oh, here we go. Okay, that one's the wine glass, right? So the hourglass. 2 glasses. This is the same ones we had last time. The wine glass and the hourglass. I only beat Liberty Falls. Pussy! Just kidding. No, how do you not? The zombies is literally the best part. That's why I'm always... Everyone didn't like Black Ops 6. I get it. But the zombies is incredible. And a lot of people play it. Like what they've done with zombies by making its own grind, its own camos, all these Easter eggs, all these different modes now. I mean, they have killed it with zombies this year. What is that? I can't even see that.
Have a look around.
What symbol is that?
You heard the man. Let's see what's next.
I don't know, boys. That one's a mystery. What is that? Green or yellow? That's yellow. Damn it, I don't have that door open to yellow either. Might as well just go to spawn into it. I could open it from yellow. Oh no, I did open it. Never mind. No, I didn't. The only way in there is spawn. Fuck. I have to buy a door. I didn't want to buy a door. What's faster, the speed of light and sound? Actually, if you don't know the answer to that question, chat. If you don't know the answer to that question, like, public education has failed you. Failed you. That is observable science. Everyone should know. Alright, what was that symbol? That one that we didn't know it? Was it this? Alright, so the hourglass, the wine glass, and I'm gonna guess it's this. Watch, alright, I probably did it wrong. We're about to die. We're about to lose our self-revive, boys. Hope I had. Do I have ammo? I might have done this before I bought ammo. Oh, okay, I didn't screw it up. I don't have ammo. This is dumb.
My word. What sort of glowing beauty are you moving?
Alright, I gotta run over here and grab ammo and then run right back. This is dumb. I know, this is dumb. Come on, pick it up! Do I not have money for it? Oh my god. This cost us a round. Yeah, this costed a round. Trying to rush and do stuff. God dang it. Alright, now we gotta progress around. I don't have any goddamn ammo. I spent too much money. I don't have shit. Trying to rush and do things too quickly. Alright, well, at least we get a round of staff power. Hopefully one of these douches drops up. You know what? Where's it? Is there a gobblegum machine in here? Maybe I'll get another. Oh, now they put it in green. Oh, and oh, it's a dog round. Perfect. I didn't sell. That dog round should have happened 2 rounds ago. That's what it is. It's the game's fault. I got the latest dog round possible. That's why I don't have any ammo. I didn't sell. Technically, I would have this. To be honest, I don't really lose anything progressing around right there. To be fair. I do lose a round not saving one on this one, because this is the best round to save on, because these little things move slowly. But no, not sell. No, trust me, the last run when we went in round 28, we had a billion mistakes like that. That was the most chopped run ever. I spent 20k I didn't need to. Like it was impossibly chopped. This one not so bad. We'll get all the zombies down, and then do the last thing. Yeah, the spider rounds are easy. Yeah, you forgot. That's how long it's been since I had a damn dogs round. Is because we only had one of those very early on. And 12 is a bit high for. I think I don't think I've ever seen it at 13.
You've heard of fire. Now meet firearm.
But we can get these zombies. You know what we could do for extra, to be extra sweaty? Let's get all these zombies. We'll go hit that fucking double points. And smoke a whole damn lobby's worth of shit. Get all the points we need. Yeah, all the points we need. All the points I need, chat. Alright, come on. Guess it doesn't really. I also get the cryo mod. What do you get for freezing the two shits?
Double.
Oh, I could have been saving my salvage that whole time. I forgot about that part. I forgot about the Aether tool side Easter egg. I don't know why I bought blue. Actually, blue's not pretty cheap. I could have saved it for a Casimir grenade. Did I? What? Well, give me a new round. I'll eat a round just for the points. Just for the points, I'll eat that. For a second there, I thought I didn't grab it. And I was about to be like, fuck, we just wasted it. But no, we'll eat a round for that. And I wish they'd hurry up and spawn, though. Come on, 14 seconds left. I need zombies. I need points. I need problems, always! Still, I think that's pretty good. We went up 10k points. A round and a half. Or one round, technically. Ben 10 and Spider-Man. I don't know who Ben 10 is. Is that like a Skibbity toilet thing?
Full power.
Ben 10 became Spider-Man, is technically half alien? Where are y'all getting this from? Is it like a new movie or show? Why are y'all randomly talking about Ben 10? Is that the new Marvel movie, but like boss? I need to be kept up to date. Okay, maybe it is 3. Because those ones are just Speedy Gonzalez's. Alright, let's go do this. I need to buy ammo again. But at least this time I can buy it. It's only 1,000. Alright, which one did it replace green? The symbol's the same, right? The symbols stay the same. It's a wine glass, hourglass, and the weird squiggle. Bro, no, Ben 10 is a Cartoon Network show. The older one. Ben 10 is a 90s cartoon. Alright, you bunch of old fucks. Talk about relevant shit in my chat. That's funny. Okay, so that one. Nothing. Alright, time to go beast this goddamn stupid orb. Because it will end the round, because these assholes are gonna die during it. Nuh-uh, poop shooter. I am ageless. I will live forever. I'm just kidding. I'll probably die in like 5 years. No. So it's part of the deal. So I get carded everywhere I go and get made fun of for looking young when I go to like movie theaters and they fucking card me, and I'm almost 40 years old. So I deal with that, but at the same time, when other people call me old, I get to be like, yeah, but you look old. I just am old, and I get to make a bunch of jokes about, you know, looking younger than you guys. So I get to pretend like I'm young, and it actually makes sense. That's the trade-off. God damn, it's gonna go for my ass.
Ancient problems, modern solutions.
God damn it! Why is this hard? I remember this part being easy. God damn it! Is that an amalgam? What the kind of shit is that? That's a way harder boss than there should be here. I'm trying to shoot it in the little thing. It's kind of hard. Where'd it go?
That's what happens when you're all elbows.
I should have just been using this the whole time.
I'm sure as shit doing my part.
Alright, give me this. I don't know why that was so goddamn hard.
Totally worth
What kind of bullshit is that?
That's the last of those stinking
I'm Asian,
bombers.
and him keeping him young. Hell yeah.
I say.
That and I drink a lot of water and I sleep a lot, but then again I don't eat healthy or do anything else healthy. I just have a baby face. Sucks. I don't like being. Imagine me being me. So part of it's just my personality that makes it a bit tougher. Imagine being me, and for most of your life, probably 25 onwards. Not most. I guess it's less than half, but for a very large portion of my life, I have been well further educated, much older, and a lot more successful than a lot of people who looked at me and then treated me like a dumb kid. But they were also younger, less. Every stat you can think of will have less of everything, including the age part, and will look at me and treat me like a dumb kid. Imagine me suffering through that in my life. So life isn't without its quirks and its ironies. Would you say I deserve it? Probably. I'd say I deserve it. That's not a hard pill for me to swallow. Alright, where's the first one go? Spawn? Yeah, it goes to spawn. So I think that's funny. You probably would too, I would
got
think.
the amulet all excited?
Chat is stupid tonight, it's awesome. Baby face head ass. I mean, my chat's always kind of crazy. I don't have any mods. Chat do what chat do. And I just sit here and yap on and unconsciously reply to everything you guys say. It can get a bit wild. Plus, I have some very unique opinions about a lot of things.
Of course. The creepy cave has
I don't have any ammo. I don't want to do it no more.
Everyone's still here?
So we lose a lot of rounds doing
Rick
this.
Hoffman was prepared to kill his own father for the artifact. As if controlling the dark ether wasn't enough for him.
Oh, don't die, don't die. Fuck. I didn't realize I was that low in health. Should have aethered it. That was really stupid. Alright, so luckily you get an ungodly amount of salvage.
Time for some covert wet work.
You get an unbelievable amount of salvage in this run, so... Oh, I lost my quick run.
In the land of the blind, one-eyed man is king.
Oh shit, I'm about to die again. This is about to be over. Yeah, fuck. I don't know why that was so tough. Before I've done that it was like mad easy. Maybe I should have just used the staff. Probably should have just used the staff. That was a stupid run. I know, like all of a sudden I was getting cooked. And then they all ran away so I couldn't kill them. Yeah, I think the last time, I don't remember that being that hard. I was supposed to use the staff there. Staff is king, yeah. The rest of this run is easy peasy. It is, Katie, you fucker. It was, it's because I used the wrong gun. I was supposed to use the staff, and you can put down this area of effect thing that just kills everything near you, and it makes it very easy. It makes everything in the Easter egg really easy. Damn it. What you did there, you should have did. Yeah, I know. That was dumb. I was yapping. Technically, it's y'all's fault. Because I was yapping. You guys should have been like, shut up, dude. Concentrate. This is a hard part. Alright, hold on. I'm going to go down and get a new bottle of water, and then we're going to come up and we're going to try that again. There's no way we're ending on that. Either Anubis weapon or Iris zombies to attract. No. Oh, so I have someone to yap at? Yeah, I get you. That makes sense. But no, we'll get this done. Want a race to see who gets it first? All right, well, here, we got to restart. You can't have already started. Tragic ending, stupid ending. No sidekicks tonight. Yeah, no, they're working and being whipped. I don't have either of those things, so. Puff puff water time, shut up. That's akin to snitching, my friend. I did fix my TPM thing. That was one thing I accomplished today so far. I got my TPM settings ready. Who works weekends? Well, when you own a club, so Weapon owns a comedy club. That's what he does for a living. So if you own a comedy club, you're probably gonna work weekends, bro. The grass is always greener. You know, there's always a side pack. Have a fun job, gotta work on the weekends. That's just how it is. I have a fun job, I work on the weekends. But then again, when you work for yourself, you know, I'll say this, and anybody else who owns a small business or works for themselves in any way, when you work for yourself, weekends don't exist. There is no such thing as a weekend. Technically, when you choose when you work when the work demands it. The idea that there's a lot of people that look forward to a weekend because they have 2 days off and they don't have to think about work at all. Yeah, that poof, gone. Doesn't exist. So, you know, grass is always greener. There's two sides to every coin. All right, I'll be right back. I wouldn't call what I do work though, so.
If your enemy's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets claws real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling this war. Never getting bored, loves the blood and gore. Always wanting more, freedom from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force departed. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you left scars ripped. You'll be chewed up and discarded. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. Pressure, it's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's clever, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. He's locked away inside with the key control by fight or flight. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'm not giving.
Alright. Lock in time. Lock in time. No more games. Let's get this done. I want to say that I've completed this. We need to do this for my pride. For my pride! For my ego. This must happen. Appreciate it, Sleevey. Oh, what's going on? No, don't tab me or whatever, or watch me on 2 screens. I don't want fake viewers. That's akin to botting. Alright. Select missions. Solo, Tomb. Alright, let's make this work this time. Now let's use my gobble gums. I never friggin' use them. Might as well cheat a little. Him was so happy to see you. Marble? Yeah, he's the best dog ever. He perks up and smiles so big whenever he sees you, even if you just left the room. He's just a happy soul. No, last game was stupid. I was yapping and not using the goddamn staff like an idiot. Wasting precious ammo. So dumb. Really, once you get the staff, you outside of getting points, you use the staff for everything but the actual boss, which is the only reason why I have slugs on that stupid shotgun. Because it melts the fucking artifact.
This site is
it's really stupid. I just made dumb mistakes that costed, but this time we're all business. I'm not gonna get sidetracked yapping about some pointless bullshit where I get to be Mr. Know-It-All and everyone else gets to be clueless.
Why are there angry
My favorite situation for arguing or debating, but also it's just stressful when they won't admit defeat. the constant circle of being me. likes to debate and argue only about things that he knows a whole lot about, and then gets frustrated when he can't convince the people that they're clueless.
That's right, lads. Put your backs into it.
Ah.
Our quarry lies beyond these.
If there is a divine design.
That
That dude's fucking hilarious.
Like
Like a kid with a really elaborate ant farm.
A shiny headlid to the lucky blighter who finds that door first.
That transmission
Want to beat
emanated from
Cos?
the
Get him to
obscure
yap and he
ulterior.
malfunctions? It's actually the opposite. It's how I make all my videos.
Somehow channeled
Usually,
an echo
I
from
lock
the
in.
past.
Well, whoever that
Like, you
was
ever see me
speaks
yapping
off the
mid-video and I randomly kill the whole damn team? Like, as they're calling me, you have 0 kills, Cos. Shut up, blah, blah, blah. And I'll start cooking them. Midway through that, I'll get like fucking 900 kills. You ever see me do that? I do it all the time in my videos. I was just dumb and forgot about the staff, because I haven't played this Easter egg a whole lot. And they only taught me about the staff, y'all, because I didn't have any idea about it. Because I'd never really gotten it. And you only get to have one person has it when you do the runs.
Here's me without my umbrella.
I'd never used it before and didn't even know about the AoE attack. And then I used it for like the whole run, but then, yeah, that's pointless. Regardless. There is a gun on this one. Oh, it's 1,000. I guess it's only 1,000 low rounds. I'll be watching my Fire Stick. I still have... No, I actually upgraded everyone. I had a Fire Stick running the TV in my bathroom for the longest time. That shit got slow. Dude, the only problem with those Amazon boxes, the Fire Cubes and Fire Sticks and stuff, I think they deliberately make them slower as the years go on, so you gotta get new ones. It's either that or the new code or the new software that they put on that shit just runs terrible on their older stuff. Thought that earlier. I had a Fire Cube that didn't work, so I put a newer one in just because I had an extra, and it works so much better. And then I have other TVs that are slow like that. And I'm like, tell me I'm about to buy a Fire Cube to replace a Fire Cube. I mean, marketing geniuses. Just geniuses over there at Amazon.
If there are any better ideas.
Game respects
I got my
game.
ears on.
They even admitted to it. I mean, I know Apple did that with their phones, but they're a lot. But see, the problem was they have admitted to doing stuff like that. Apple specifically. I know the case you're talking about. And it's they had a plausible explanation
This one just
for
keeps
it.
coming, doesn't it?
They're like, you know, it was for battery life. Was that what they said? I think it was battery life. At a certain part, like to reserve battery life, they would slow your phone down. So the older your phone got and the older the battery got, the slower your phone would run. And the newer phones have better batteries, obviously. So it was something like that. Yep. To be honest, that makes sense. Like, if you're being completely impartial, let's say you're an Android user. Actually, no, Android users hate iPhones. You can't be impartial. It's too polarizing of an issue. But imagine, yeah, that's a plausible excuse. And they could be saying the same thing, you know. The apps are getting more complicated, you know. And it's true. If you used Amazon Prime like 4 years ago to watch movies, like, it was great. Like, it was incredible. And now you go on there and literally half of what you're shown you have to pay for. It's gotten so much more complicated. So many different avenues to sell the same kind of content. Like, they'll put up like 5 of the Harry Potter movies and want to charge you for the 6th one. Some shit like that. And I'm like, dude, I see some kid intern, goddamn, some young guy or a guy, old guy in an office somewhere thinking of this shit up and just giggling to himself like, this is gonna be great. And I'm always like, yeah, dude, fair. It's completely 100% honestly fair. And that is capitalism, baby. Game respects game. You got to. It's a good outlook to have on quite a lot of different things like that. If you accept that the outcome sucks, but the way it became was the best possible solution, you'd be surprised how many things that you don't like you can just come to accept.
Your friends are next.
Which again is the circle back, is kind of the law. It is not the best system, but it is 100% the best system we can do. Technically, the best system is a king or queen that just makes the right decision every time. So, but I don't think that's possible. Do I have 2 double kills? I don't have 2 of them. They have the exact same time on it. Is that a glitch? Did I get quadruple points for that? You're a bitch. I'm swinging at nothing, hitting air. Did y'all see that? I had two double points down there at the exact same time. Odd. Odd, I say, odd. Other states, I don't know what really matters is relevant. News is tough. The only way that you can really get news is, like, after it's been released, disseminated, and then argued about over a month or 2 or even a year or 3 years, and then, like, some definitive actual evidence or truth comes out. At that point, you're getting news. Now, that process used to be entrusted entirely to journalists. I mean, do with that what you will. But, yeah. Technically, if anyone asks you how you get news, if anyone ever asks me that, that's how I get news. A continual process that never ends.
Some say life is about the journey.
And equally mistrusted due to that.
Which I retort,
To a degree.
stand before a precipice. Onward!
But news is the opposite. So, you know, we were just talking about everything. News is the complete opposite of what we just said. There, it just matters the result. Remember earlier we were saying, you know, you really just you care about the problem there is the process, but you know it's the result. You don't care about the process, but the result you disagree with. The news is the opposite. They want the result, and then they cook up everything that gets you there. So the problem is the procedure. All right, at 5, what can I do? I can't pack a punch. I can go upgrade my gun. But that's about it. I gotta stay on mission here. I meant when I put yapping in that title. I knew I was in a yappy mood. Definitely in a yappy mood. Do I have enough for cryo? No. I don't have enough for plates. I don't have enough for shit. Still a brokey at the very beginning of this game. How to improve social skills and be like you? Dude, I don't have that great of social skills anymore. I got too old. I don't care anymore. It takes effort. Being out in public, smoozing, being nice to everybody, learning about everyone, remembering everyone's details, caring. It's tough. I want to keep it simple. I want to care about like 2 things and that's it. That sounds so terrible to say out loud. Alright, now it's just a race to pack, right? That double points really helped though.
Tear them to pieces.
Get a real drink, King? I don't really drink that much. I don't drink at home at all.
Last thing we need around
Definitely
here
not
is a
alone.
fucking bug infestation.
I might have a drink at dinner or out at a bar, but I don't really like bars. They smell bad. Full of fucking weirdos. Alright, is there anything I can do? No, not really.
Max ammo.
The only thing I can do is go by pack. Now I gotta earn 5K in the next 2 rounds, which I could go use that double points to try and do it in one, just so I know I'll have it by round 8. Well, no, I need fucking 5,000 in 1 round, so I gotta hit a double points and try to get to 5K in this 1 round. Why am I behind? Usually I always have a pack gun by round 8. What did I buy? Why am I behind schedule here? To be fair, I'm only 26 by 27, I don't care about much either. No, that's just called being a dude, bro. Care about what you can control. Everything else, irrelevant. Pointless. But every now and then fun, it is kind of like, it's fun to poke the collective ignorance of the internet. Can't say I don't enjoy that myself from time to time. That would be disingenuous. Come on, bitch.
Double points.
Ow. God, you reload so slow. Trying to get points here. Alright, I got my 5K though. Oh, I'll take that too. I'll take that too. I'll take that too. I'll take it. Alright, good run. No, we're on a good run.
Let's paint the town red. The bloodier the better.
It's kind of a waste to do that so early, but it is definitely worth having a pack-a-punch gun for this part alone. Just fighting this guy. And you can just smoke him instantly.
Never warned them about licking batteries.
Get your thing. Alright. What else can we do here? We can go get the free perk, but we want to have 3,000 before we do that. We could get double plates at 4. Definitely don't want to do that challenge until we have double plates.
Why use butt spray when hot lead will do?
Probably gonna do that before getting another perk. Although having quick reload is so fucking important. You have to have 7K. I need to make 7K before we do that. I do have another double points. We could just be cheap. We could be cheap and pop another double. Should we do it? But then I can't kill all the zombies, but I can kill most of them. Now we're getting greedy. Now instead of just doing the Easter egg, we're trying to do like, oh, the earliest, quickest way, most efficient way possible. You can get a free pack-a-punch and cryo freeze, but you never seem to read it. How do you get a free pack-a-punch? I know some of the side Easter eggs. I don't know all of them. But how do you get the free cryo freeze? Because I need that for the other side Easter egg. Plus, I realize if I glance over, I read. If I don't instantly look back at my screen, homie, it's over. I'm getting fucking murdered. I got 100 things behind me trying to kill me. Who are we kidding here?
And then it grew right back.
Now I get double points from the bonus points. Is that a thing?
Ancient problems, modern solutions.
All right, how do you get the free cryo freeze? That I'm actually very interested in. All right, let's go get the plates first. And then we'll get the free perk and the stamina up at the same time. keep trying to tell you. I read your message twice for you. Told it in there, bro. It's not my fault. You should have had that copy pasted ready to go. Just saying. We're being picky. And we are being picky. If I do this correctly, shit, we might be able to run. We might be able to do the run at the end of this after we get the staff pieces. If we're doing this at 100% efficiency. Ooh, I'll take a free fire. Alright, I only have one Molotov, so we gotta get this right. Last time, it's kind of hard to... Sometimes I fuck it up. Because they hit you right when you throw it and shit. Throw it over it. I've just been aiming right at that motherfucker. Stop hitting me, bitches.
It's not how fast you draw, it's how fast you reload.
Alright, there we go. Please be dead. Oh, Vulture. Yeah, that's pretty good. No, we could use that. That's not bad. Not a bad random. Yeah, give it to me twice, fucker. Alright, well, let's go do the staff. You shoot the asteroids in the area you are in until they start moving. Alright, so don't do stuff that depends on what I'm doing, because I move around so much. Like, anytime you're trying to describe something, the people will be like, to your left, to your right. No, you gotta tell me exactly where it is. I've moved since then, so it's better to describe the spot than to describe, you know, the asteroids. I'm guessing you're meaning the Aether realm or whatever. Y'all like lever action rifle? I've wanted to get one of those for so long, just cause of the lever action. I have there's so much better designs of rifles and how to do it all, but I've wanted to get one just because of the lever action. It's pretty cool. Unless you're just talking about it in video games. Aether area, you make the staff. Shoot the 5 rocks in the air in a short time. Do you have to shoot them with the staff, and which 5 rocks? Come on, you're screwing me. Put the lantern in the spot. Give me the right lantern location. RNG bullshit. Fully describe in one long paragraph how to do it, and I got you. I imagine you have to shoot it with a staff, right? Because all the other asteroid shit you gotta shoot with a staff. Stands to reason. Alright, it's gotta go there. Come on. Come on. Did it already teleport? I didn't see it. Fucker. I've always wanted to get like oh, now I forget the name of it. It's a stupid damn SMG looking gun that like folds out. Vector. I've always wanted to get a Vector 45 just because I thought that would be cool. They look cool. But now the next gun I want to get is probably an HK, because they have that cool like gas return function that keeps your barrel clean, unlike the standard AR-15. It's like what they're known for in rifles, I'm guessing, from doing the slight amount of research I've done. But yeah, I've always wanted to get an HK 5.56. You fucker! It's fucking with me on purpose now, and it's gonna kill my zombies. It won't. It just refuses. It refuses to put it in the right location. Light me up. Did I not do something? No, I have the monocle. Come on. There you go, you fucking bitch. Being annoying. Tommy Dice in here? Big Tommy Dice. Tommy Dice. I haven't seen him since the last video. I've gone on a few times. Dude, last night, I don't know if I'm going to upload it because, I mean, it wasn't really this funny. It was more just, like, shocking. But there was a guy that was, like, he was friends with Tots, who explained her name, or changed her name again. Where is it? And so we joined a table with Tots and her new name. Her simp that apparently was in the last video. Oh man, he worked up some nerves since the last time I ran into him. As soon as I got in there, he apparently like researched me as much as he could so he'd have like ammo to throw at me. And he just basically screamed about my YouTube stats and TK and all this shit for like 2 hours while the rest of us kind of laughed at him. He also, you know, said he also said he had a law degree and went to the bar but didn't graduate college or some other shit. He said he owned his own house, and when he bought the house, they gave him a receipt. Because when we said he owned his own 6-bedroom house, we didn't believe him. And he goes, "What, do you want to see the receipt?" It was like serious. Oh my god, it was so bad. And he paid cash for it. He sounded like he was 17 years old. So it was basically me and Sammy. You guys remember Sammy? The whole time, just like poking holes in everything this kid's saying, but every time he speaks, he's screaming. For like an hour and 40 minutes, just screaming. So he can protect Tots, who we didn't even say anything to. He just like was trying to be masculine and show off that he could stand up to the big bad YouTuber in front of her. It's very funny.
That's the way it's done.
It's extremely funny, actually. Alright, now I gotta remember to save ammo. Conserve ammo. See, if you go there, it spawns them outside, I think, and it saves the zombies for you. Yeah, it does. See, it's a little tip and trick. But if you don't do that, it spawns them in there with you, and you'll... Oh, no, maybe not. That's the real zombie.
That's progress for you.
But if you don't shoot him long enough, he despawns. And the game saves it for you. And won't progress the round. But he's not... You can tell, but he's not purple. Alright, we're gonna try... Oh, maybe it didn't save my zombies this time. It's being evil. Never mind. I take it all back. The game's horrible. I thought I did something nice. Save some zombies for your homie. But nope. Pure evil. Pure evil. See if this one dies. It might progress me to round 9. See if it does. See that or he despawned. Nah, he died. Damn it. You saw me do it the last couple games. That time it didn't work. Didn't work at all. Total bust. So I was trying to do everything on round 8, but you know, it might have just been so long. We spent a long time on round 8.
Max armor.
Simps are crazy, bro. Yeah, dude, it's actually so funny. Seeing like socially awkward people try to adopt like masculine like hero roles in their own head, by the way. The whole time even Tosh was like, "Oh my god, like you're being insane," and he was just so triggered, so unbelievably triggered. So I don't know, I'm gonna edit it and see if it isn't just some angry kid screaming for fucking an hour and a half. Try to chop it down to like a 30-minute video where it's just the funny parts. But that could prove difficult. See, I don't have anything. I actually have to go buy ammo for this. You're still alive? Oh my god, go away. It so sucks. I should have just used my gobble gun instead of botting it. That was really dumb. I need to remember to use my freaking gobble guns. I never remember.
That is the head of the Staff of Ice.
Alright, now we gotta go to yellow. Yeah, I know. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Alright, what were you saying? Did you ever reply which asteroids it was? In the area you make the staff? You just shoot them with your gun? Hey there. Shoot all the rocks, this guy start moving, use a normal gun. Alright, well. Let me get rid of these zombs. I'm down to a manageable level. What I wish I had was another double points. Maybe one of these douchebags will drop one.
I'm gonna smell like blood for days.
Oh, Vulture's Aid. Oh, that's a little bit of extra money every now and then. Yeah, give me that essence. Give me that essence. Is that actually giving me anything? Alright, let's go get the other one. That's in yellow. Alright, he said normal gun, shoot the asteroids. Which ones? I remember doing this before. It was like a certain ones. Wasn't it? Or you just have to shoot 5 like that quickly? Man, I'm not already struggling. Fuck you, Corbin. I'm just waiting for information. Because I don't want to just pump my ammo into the sky for no damn reason. Let's go get the staff. I'll wait for his reply later. How many streams do you get? Fuck you, Matthew. We're doing it this stream right now. It's about to happen tonight. Tonight, I declare it.
Till you get it.
I declare it tonight. I just remember to use the ice staff. I didn't use it last time. Fuck out of here. Leave me alone. This is stupid now. I quit. Oh. Glad I didn't accidentally buy it. One of you's got to go to the spot. It's probably more trouble. You do it for a free pat. Oh, I don't need one. I already got it. I'm gonna pack a punch my fists. Throw them hands. Well, these slow bitches. I want to punch in this code and not deal with your shit. Did they just respawn in here if I'm this far away? What? It didn't spawn it here? 20 gifted if you get it tonight. Oh.
20 gifted if you get it tonight. But
Bruh.
you want.
Lock in time, boys. There's cash money on the line. Who wants 20 subs? You bitch! Do I have enough ammo? Alright, I have enough ammo for this at least. Alright, we gotta lock in, boys. We gotta lock in. And not so much for the 20 subs, but because you think it's so unlikely that you're willing to put money on it, that you think I'm not gonna get this. Can I get like 10 just for getting to the boss fight or something? Oh. Fucking back hurts. Getting old. You have to prove your haters wrong? Yeah, no. That's why I almost want to put the video up, because it was almost just kind of funny how he said he had it. Oh, the other thing is he was like, I have a YouTube and I get like hundreds of thousands of views and I don't have anywhere near as many subs. And he was bragging about this YouTube for forever and then he didn't have one. I'm like, all right, I get that. He came in here and just concocted the most brain dead scheme ever, just purely for attention, just to take the attention off his girl gamers, even though we weren't even talking to them. That's the only reason why I might not upload it. It's just like, alright, to be fair, he came in there well-researched with the whole point of getting attention and trolling. And although he did make himself look like an ass, and we spent most of the time laughing at him, I mean, to be fair, we didn't really talk to Tots that much. So in that sense, he kind of achieved his goal. Game respects game. But at the same time, he did just get really mad and scream the whole time. He did like that, with like how an 18 or 16-year-old would do it, just with like pure rage and emotion, like a throwing a fit as a child. Yeah, I have to go up. I haven't looked at it. Depending on what I record tonight, that's what the video is going to be tomorrow. Because it is kind of funny to show that Tots changed her name for a third time. Like she could just stop being crazy, but no. She's another one that tries to beat me the whole time. When I joined the table, that Sammy was already there and was already saying that that guy's been talking shit about you for like 2 hours before you even got here. So it is kind of funny.
Damn it.
What?
Next time, use the
Did I do it
good
too
eye,
fast?
Cody.
I got up to 6. Oh, what did I do? Why? I thought I did this. Could have sworn I did that. Could have sworn I did that, chat. Could have sworn. Could have sworn. See, if you stay far away from where they spawn, I don't think they spawn in on the other side, and then map saves them. See, that time I had how many zombies saved? I don't see them, so I think it's that time it worked. On my channel, that's wrestling. I thought I was gonna get a scholarship. What are you talking about? Nah, posting highlight reels of your achievements for college applications purposes, or just to, like, have that be a reference for a scout or anything like that. That's smart. Very smart. Everybody loves everything when it's set to music and like chopped up all perfect and makes sense. 100%. There's a reason why I do an intro and outro and all that other random stuff in my videos. Because that's just how naturally you want to enjoy that kind of stuff. You want to be teased, then you want to have the content. Then you don't want, you know, the more of a build up, the better. And then at the end, you want to laugh again one last time before the video's over. I think about y'all when I do those things in the video. That's why I do them. It's not just because I want my my stupid videos to be like Marvel movies and Star Wars movies. No, that couldn't possibly be it. Dare you say that? Alright, I only have fucking 50 bullets left. I think this is the last phase, though. It is. I gotta conserve ammo. Alright, there's one. I want to get the big ones away. I can kill the other ones. A fucking hand if I have to. Got it. Alright, now we should be able to run straight into the boss fight with the max ammo. We're not really a boss fight, but the hard step. We have all the perks, double plates, and we're on level 9. We're on a monumental run, boys. Everything's going flawlessly perfect. The only thing that could be better, possibly, is finishing this round and the next round being dogs, so I can do it then. Because then it would be a lot easier. What should I do? Should I try to run it now and deal with a whole round of new zombies? Or try to get a dogs round? Because it is insanely easier when you have dogs. Because it's going to run the round no matter what. It's not like those little lockdowns. It runs the round. So I either do it at the end or the middle of a round. Doing it at the very end or the beginning of a round makes a whole round of zombies spawn and it becomes impossible. Dogs for being safe? Yeah, I agree. See? I like you. You think like I do. No risks. Nice and safe. Low risk. Be dogs. Be dogs. Be dogs. See that we're gonna get at the next round. We'll get points either way. Ooh, raindrops. Come on, be dogs. Damn, it's not dogs. Alright, we'll get points. 'Cause that's what we're working towards anyways. It's about getting, really the only thing that limits when we go into the game or into the boss fight is triple pack and triple shields. Other than that, nothing else really limits it besides a few perks. Perks are cheap. And to be honest, right now we're gonna buy double tap. And that's really that and the headshot, the headshot, deck shot, whatever, something daiquiri, dead shot daiquiri. That's the only other one we really like absolutely need.
Carver owes me a beer when this is over.
I wish I had another double points.
Yes, I still got it.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. Unlike the guy in the last slot, in my video for tomorrow night, he did not think I still had it. I kept on killing him too. Like, it was so fun. I don't want to ruin it, but I probably will ruin a couple parts. What else can I buy? What else do I need? I could go get dead shot. I could go upgrade my gun rarity and get dead shot. He'd be like, you fell off, you only get views, you don't make any money and all this stuff. And then like Tots would be like, well, yeah, what happened? I was like, well, I mean, to be honest, you know, kind of worked like a dog for 10 whole years. I was uploading to 2 different channels, uploading to, you know, streaming, running Team Caliber, just never slept, did all this crazy shit. Oh, what did I just buy? Did I just... Oh, no. I meant to go get Deadshot, not put a deposit down. I just rebought the plates. I just rebought 2 plates. Why did it let me rebuy it? I was yapping and choked. Alright, well, that's not technically the end of the world. But I just rebought plates for no reason. Oh, I could do cryo freeze. Oh, alright, well, that was dumb. I was yapping. But I don't know what did I say? Oh, I was like, oh, you work so hard. Sometimes you want to kick back and just enjoy the fruits of your labor. It'd be like if everyone that did that, you know, everyone that's ever retired fell off, all this stuff. And then I would say shit like that, and he'd be like, I would never fall off. I have 500,000 subscribers, all this shit. I was like, oh, okay. And then Sammy kept on asking about his channel over and over again. He'd get mad about that too. It was just never ending. Alright, you said to do this after round 11, right? No, you don't do this until round 11, so you get purple. Isn't that correct? Didn't you say to shoot the waterfalls after round 11? Yeah, next round. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I remember you saying that. I remember you very vividly saying it. I could have saved money on getting yellow. I could have saved scrap on getting blue, but I kind of forgot about that. Completely forgot about that. So there's one hole in the run. But hopefully this is dogs. And we can get this part over with. Damn, alright, they're really dogging me at round 11 now. Alright, what does it give you again? Does it give you an extra perk? Oh, it gives you the other tools. My mind scrambled. Yeah, no great names, man. You'll just have to pray for a Regimorn or a Jacob Wolf or one of the James. You have to pray for one of them to set up. Just show up and get bored. Yeah, no, I mean it was more just the joke. He was trying to say anything to like tear on me, and then I would turn it into a way of bragging, and never seemed bothered, and it just drove him insane. Absolutely maddening that he wasn't getting to me. Like that was really all it took to mess with him, was just to not get trolled. Which, you know, if you have any kind of security in what you do, you know, or just you're insecure about your life, you know, some little 18-year-old kid screaming about YouTube stats not gonna be able to do that much. Alright, here we go. Bam. Purple, baby. Alright. Alright, now that I know the dogs round is gonna be next, this might actually be the smarter play. It's gotta be dogs round next, right? I have ammo too. I have a decent amount of ammo.
What? They're after the staff of ice.
No, they're not. They ain't getting it. They ain't getting it. See how much less zombies that is on a dogs round? Like, I'm not kidding. It's insane. Except for these guys hit kind of hard.
I'd pass on the open casket if I were you. Wake the fuck up! They're tearing apart the staff of ice!
What? There's no one's tearing apart shit. Oh, it's up there.
Gratuitous violence and avoiding people. Looks like a dream come true.
Oh man, that was dumb. I tried to jump over the fucking spiders. You see that?
All day. I got plenty of corpses. I know how to keep a low profile.
Yeah, did I just fail it? Yeah, I failed it. God, that is so unbelievably difficult. I don't know why that is like the hardest step. That is the hardest step in this game. Like, it's such an ungodly amount of shit. Now I don't have any fucking ammo. I don't know why that is such a ridiculously hard step. Because I don't think it ticks when you're using your Aether Shield. So that whole time in an Aether Shield, it's not doing the thing. So you have to like avoid using Aether Shield. Like they knew that people would do that and they like made it harder if you do that. I don't know why. Bro, big selling? I mean, how could I have done that any different? I mean, I feel like I was shooting, I stopped everything from hitting it and it just never finished. I mean, I don't know how you can do it any differently than that. You know what I mean? Like, how can you do it any different? We're gonna try again, but maybe I'll just pop a free fire and just go in. And like I said, I didn't see the little bugs shooting at it a lot. It's really just the parasites that fucking drive you mad. God damn it. You see, it's the parasites that fucking get you. Yeah, they just shoot at you no matter where. I mean, that's all it's shooting at, right? God damn, see there it is again. I'm about to die again. Oh, it's over. Fuck. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do this step. This shit's too hard. I can't do it without dying. Every time I can do it every single time I die, but I can't do it without dying.
Hell yeah! Staff's ready
If at all.
Let's freeze those fuckers.
I tell you, that's why you lose your goddamn your self-revive every time I do that. It's bullshit. Weapon wouldn't have gotten cost killed by that. No, it's just hard. I don't know why that step is so hard. It's almost like they want you to die and lose your damn self-revive. And because you're an Aether Shield, I feel like it resets it or something. Well, I don't. That step can go on for forever. If you use both your Aether Shields, it feels like that step lasts forever, and you're stopping stuff from hitting it the entire time. You're killing everything. For some reason, it just like doesn't count if you're an Aether Shield or Aether whatever. Who knows? I will bitch to the end of this game though. About the dumbass fucking part.
Warn your long johns.
Plates, use stem. I mean, I guess I could have used my stems.
Shattered another bone brain.
That probably would have been smart. I forget to use it. I'd be panicking. But like you can tell, it just goes from 0 to 1 billion like in a second, and you're just like, fuck. But as soon as you die, it finishes the thing. Like it feels bad for you and just gives it to you. That happens every time. Couldn't tell you why. Alright, let's go hit the dumbass lanterns. Luckily I only lost 1 perk for that. Would have been worse if I had more. Alright, let's go do dumbass lantern. Craft another self-revive? Oh, 100% will. Because I already got purple on the thing. You can end up with more salvage than you could ever need. It's just before it gets to like the hard things, hopefully I'll have enough salvage for another self-revive. But also I'd run out of Aether Shields as I ran that back to back. Generally that's not how that happens. But we need to get that crystal, the flame, to be right here. That one's a good spot. Where's the other one? Really, it just takes the last ones. Cause see that one, I can shoot from all the way. Where can I shoot it from? Oh my god. Alright, I'm done with this game. I didn't realize I didn't have any plates, and they just tanked me. Alright, I'm also just triggered from that step being so unbelievably difficult. Fuck this stream, I'm gonna go play VR poker. Dude, they came in like 3-tapped me and just insta-killed me. I was just looking for the fire. That's why these things are supposed to be running. We're doing Easter egg solos. Too much effort. Slap the absolute shit. Just came on and went bop! Bop the heck out of me. Throw someone in PvP? No. I'll wait till Irish or something can help me with this Easter egg, or I'll do it off stream. This shit's too. That is just the hardest Easter egg for like no reason. I have no idea why that one step is just the hardest part of that entire. Like the boss fight's easier than that step. I didn't have any plates because I ran that same thing twice back to back. Can't believe I had ammo. I could have seen that coming. Nah, there's no way. We get to the boss fights all the damn time. It's just I'm not used to having. Technically, when we always do them, a lot of the times Irish or someone else is taking care of the zombie. Doing the Easter egg is harder. It's kind of actually somewhat easier solo, but what makes it harder, the only part that makes it harder. There goes that 20 gifted. Fuck, I'll eat the 20 gifted just to stop playing. Fuck this game. But the hardest part about it is just having a zombie annoyingly hitting you all the time to the point where you just kind of ignore it. Usually when you have 3 plates, I mean, you can take a lot of hits. You just kind of let it chew up your plates because it's too annoying to constantly like run, hit something, run, hit something, run, hit something. That part gets a bit more annoying. It's all right. The best tip of all would be like do it with a teammate. Doing it solo is annoying, just because you lack of patience. But all right, I'm out of here. Fuck this game. I'm gonna go make tomorrow's video so you guys have something fun to watch on Sunday. But I'm a skedaddle. We'll get this done eventually, but tonight wasn't the night. Tonight was not the night. We just got smoked. That one run was so unbelievably hard both times we tried to do it. Just that one step of powering up the ice thing at the very beginning of the Easter egg is ungodly difficult. Alright, but yeah, solo says less zombie spawn. Yeah, solo is easier. It's just more annoying. That's what I was trying to say. Like then, like you could tell I was just over getting hit, so I was just like, alright, I'll just move around, tank the hits, I'll just put the plates on later. I didn't have any plates, and I didn't feel like doing all that shit again. Plus I'm hungry. Alright, I'm out of here. Thank you guys so much for showing up. I do appreciate you guys coming and watching, you know, my stupid zombie streams, even when I have to do it solo. Well, I was actually kind of hoping to do it solo. So I could get all the, you know, but oh well. Too busy yapping. I told you I was in a yapping mood tonight. I needed teammates, someone to talk to. Yeah, no. Tomorrow's video should be good. I don't know if it's going to be that because I'm going to go record tonight. Hopefully get something that... The other video is funny just because, you know, the kid he just stewed in his own little anger. But it was just also just annoying. So I'm not sure. I would like to upload something else just because to give that kid more attention, just to give him what he wants. That kid, like, it was, you could tell when they're just like suicide bombing. Alright. I don't upload on Saturdays or Fridays. That's a Sunday ting, bruh. Sunday. Alright, I'm out of here, homies. See you guys tomorrow.